the intro. Hey, welcome back, friends. Several years ago, the garden hose industry has changed. If you've seen the As Seen on TV commercial, they advertised the pocket hose, something like this, the ones that expand, and then when you drain all the water out, you have a 50-foot hose that just shrinks into something like this. Well, they look pretty promising, pretty cool, so I remember buying one, and I think the first style was like a green color. This one is actually, I'm surprised, I don't know how long I've had this one, but this one's held up for a few years. I don't use it that much, but I'm surprised that this one didn't break yet. The very first one that I bought, I think it lasted like a week or so, and then I think I bought another one just thinking that I may have had a dud, and I remember like making a video review on it, and I'm pretty sure that it popped while it was being reviewed. So then after a while, I've tested out several garden hoses. I've kept my eyes open for like the perfect one. So then last week I happened to be doing some grocery shopping. I walked through the garden center area, and lo and behold, I came across this one right here, which I have never seen before. Well, it's probably because they say it's new. And this is what it looks like. So my goal for making this video is to test this hose out right here and put it through all the paces so you can see if it's right for you in case you're considering the purchase of it. If you watch this video all the way through, you'll see how this compares to some other hoses and how it's held up to some different abuse and my thoughts on it overall after testing it out for a week. So let's get a closer look at some of my first thoughts on it. So we're gonna hook this up in a second, and then I'll show you some of the characteristics that I've discovered with this after using it for the first week. So one of the things that I really like, it comes with this carrying caddy right here, just a nice nylon thing. So if you want to hook this like in your garage, just nice and neat. If you want to carry it around, just works really well to organize it. So I didn't mention the price yet. I paid $50 for this in the store, and I believe on Amazon it's $59, I think. So I'll put a link down below in case you want to check it out. It has really good reviews, and in case there's some information I left out, that's a good resource to find out more. So this is the end that's going to hook up to your house. So when you have it all looped up like this, I noticed like with some other hoses, you can just spread them out and pull it. This one will kind of get knotted up. So I feel like it helps to slowly undo it. Like that. If you just throw it all out there and try to untangle it, then you're going to probably end up getting some twists in there and some knots that you're going to have to undo. Alright, so here's the hose empty. Let's fill it up. So I've noticed that this can kink when there's no water in it, but now that you can see there's water in it, it doesn't kink, it doesn't fold over. So here's the end of the hose right here. I have that shut off, and then this end right here I hooked up to my house. So I fill this all the way up with water, and then I close that. So right now this hose is pressurized, so it probably has, I don't know, like 35 psi of water in it. So this is what it looks like when it has all the water in it. It doesn't tangle, it doesn't kink. When you drain all the water out and you're just unfolding it, then it can get tangled. So I think if you bought this, like I don't even know if they make it a 100-footer, but that might be quite a nest to undo if you didn't wind it up neatly. So 50 foot seems like an ideal size right here. And after testing this out for a week, I feel like I wouldn't mind having another one just like this. So having two 50-footers, I think would be great. So if you get a close-up look at this right here, I have spent some time dragging this across an asphalt parking lot and across a gravel driveway. So you can just see, like, after time and time again, pulling it across, this just cleans up really nice. It doesn't have like big scuff marks or anything like that. So this is another hose I own. I think this one actually failed. I was getting ready to throw it out. You can see how it's kind of, it's almost like yarn, you know, like it's kind of all scuffed up right there. So this can't really handle going across and being dragged across like asphalt or gravel. Over time this just tears, and I just haven't really had good luck with these. I found that these tend to leak after about a year. So if I were to describe the material of this hose, the rubber, it kind of reminds me of a high-end inflatable boat, like those Odyssey boats, the type that have the outboard motor on it. That's how this feels. So out of all the hoses I've tested so far, this feels like the best material. Now, I've only had it for a week, so time will tell, but right now I have a really good first impression, and maybe the price of it being a little more expensive, that could have something to do with the quality. Maybe there's higher end material in something like this, so we'll see. Time will tell. Okay, so let me explain the test that I have. What I'm doing is timing how long it takes to fill up 5 gallons of water with each hose. That way we can do the math and we can see how many gallons per minute we can do. So my testing, I'm going to see how this hose right here compares to a standard typical 5/8 inch garden hose. We'll see if there's a difference or not. And we'll also see how it compares to like a different hybrid hose. And that tends to shoot a smaller stream of water out than what you will see with this. So obviously it's going to take longer. And then we have a 3/4 inch hose. That was the biggest one that I could find in the store. So that I anticipate being the fastest. So my test is going to see how this compares to some of your cheaper hoses versus like the big commercial one. So that way we'll at least have an idea of what to expect with this. So I want to quick point out a few things and then we'll show this hose in action. So it's flexible, it's kink free, it's lightweight, it's compact, it's temperature resistant, it's drinking water safe. And it says high water flow. And a couple cool things here. Made in Italy. Limited lifetime guarantee. And stop. And stop. All right, so here's the final results. You can see how everything compared. You can check my math, let me know if I did it correctly. But this is the amount of seconds it took to fill up a 5-gallon bucket. And then this is how many gallons per minute you're gonna get with each hose. So between the Fitt hose and the standard 5/8 vinyl rubber hose, they're very, very close. And that's the commercial grade, which I don't think many people use that. So this right here definitely is right in the ballpark of being a high flow hose. Okay, one last thing I want to mention. This test was done with city water with really good flow. So if you go out to a well water, you may not get numbers quite this good. So the complete system, the couplings are commercial grade, corrosion resistant. And I found these to be really like robust. So like you can really like get your hand on there to tighten them. There's another hose, I don't have it here with me, but you can barely like get your hand on there to tighten it. It doesn't have like those deep grooves in there. This one is nice and beefy, so you can definitely do that. High water flow, you can see right there. Aluminum couplings, drinking water safe. It's impact and crush resistant. The hose definitely, you know, it's made of rubber, so you couldn't crush that if you drove over it. So I'm guessing maybe the ends are crush resistant too. As I said, they are quite robust. Strain relief collar, Italian designed and engineered collar assembly. It does seem like when I hook this up to the garden spigot of the house, that the way that works, the way that spins, it doesn't leak from there at all, but it's really a great design. Some of the hoses, you almost have to twist the whole hose to get it to tighten, then you know you end up twisting this, but this swivels independently on its own. So maybe they all do that, but this one just seems to work better. So I'm not sure they make different size hoses, but the one I have is 50 foot long, 5/8 inch, and the burst pressure 500 psi. So in my first week of testing this, I'm really glad that I found the Fitt Force Pro with the HD, which is high durability technology built in. So I think it's definitely going to be durable. I think it's going to last. I will put a comment down below if something does change, so keep an eye out for that. So I think it's going to work really well, especially like for pressure washing or around the house. This looks like it's going to be a winner. So if you have any other questions on this right here, if there's something that I didn't cover, please let me know. And as I mentioned, I'll have a link down below in case you want to check this out to find out a little bit more about it, what other people are saying besides just me. I think you're going to find some really good reviews on it. So if you find this video review interesting, informative, and helpful, please give it a thumbs up and help support my channel. That's it, friends. Thanks for watching. See you next time.